Okay, we're live. Hello. I hope you're doing great today. And if you're not, then tell yourself you're going to have a great day because the words that you say to yourself do matter. Now, today, what we're talking about is the only thing that's stopping you from a seven-figure income this year. So, before we get started into this lecture, which I have to say is going to be mind blowing aha moment for you, um, this one's really juicy, and I really hope that you tune in and you pay attention for this one. But as we get started, say hi, drop a hi in the chat, and then I want to know what do you think what do you think is stopping you from your seven-figure income? Because most likely you think it's your marketing. Most likely, which is why you're here for the Millionaire Marketing Makeover. But I want to know, type it in the chat. I want to know what you think, and it might be a couple things. What are some things just off the top of your mind? What do you think is stopping you from a seven-figure income? All right. Now, first and foremost, I'm just going to give you a little wisdom drop before we get started. $1 million revenue in your business is different from having a seven-figure income. We still call it a seven-figure income, but a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to make $1 million this year. That seems scary. And the truth is $1 million in your business is different from your take home being $1 million. You're going to need to make $2 million in your business for your take home income to be $1 million. That's not what you wanted to hear. I know. But it's something that you need to hear. Okay. It's what you need to hear. The reason being is because I think when we hear seven figures in our business, it sparks this feeling of not worthy or not capable, that maybe we have some money mindset issues that are blocking us from having that happen. Now, that's not what we're talking about today. Today, we're talking about the only thing that's stopping you from a seven-figure income this year. But I want to start with just saying this as we're waiting for people to jump on, as we're waiting for people to join us, that a business making $1 million in a year is much different from us having our income, our take home at $1 million. And a lot of people don't think about this. And this is part of that CEO mindset. And we're going to talk about money mindset tomorrow, which is why I'm starting off. I'm giving you some little hints and tips today. Because CEO mindset recognizes that our business, $1 million in a business revenue is not a lot. And you need to get yourself in that CEO mindset. Again, this is what we're going to talk about more tomorrow. You need to get yourself in that CEO mindset so that you can start thinking about your income differently. All right. So come back tomorrow for that one. But first, what we're starting with is, what do you think is stopping you? Do you think it's your money mindset? Do you think that maybe your product or service isn't good enough? And I've got a list of them I'm looking at, so I don't leave any out. Maybe you think you don't know your client well enough. Maybe you think it's social media. And I'm not going to lie, it can be all of these. It can be all of these. But what's that one pivotal thing that no matter all of these, let's say a lot of coaches are going to tell you it's mindset, which is true. I'm not saying it's not true. And mindset is huge. It is one of those keys that you must have and that you keep working on. But Even if you didn't have the right mindset, but you still knew who your client was, you still had a great product, and your mindset is off. Okay, it's going to affect those. What if your mindset's on and you have a fantastic mindset, but you don't have a great product and you don't know who your ideal service is? Do you get what I'm saying? So in this case, we can see that the missing piece isn't necessarily mindset. Mindset is key. It's always key. But I'm not going to tell you that mindset's the only thing that's stopping you. Okay. Mindset is key. I hope we all know that, right? I'm going to spend a whole talk tomorrow on CEO money mindset. I weave mindset into everything that we do. So things that are also stopping you in your business, it's not the only thing, but things that are stopping you is your ability to make fast decisions. Who does this? How many times do we start doubting ourselves and we don't make a quick decision? We take way too long. We think, oh, I need to meditate about this. I need to accomplish this before I can do this. Okay. Product or services. These are things that are stopping you from a 7-figure income. It's not the one thing. It's not the only thing, but these are things. I'm building my case so you'll understand where I'm coming from. Okay. Products and services. I think I mentioned this yesterday. I went a long time trying to build up an audience and I really wasn't sure what I was selling. You must be clear on what you're selling. But we talked about in day 1 was clarity about what your business is trying to achieve. When we talked about yesterday, what did we talk about yesterday? Do you all remember? So yesterday we talked about that consistency in our brand story, the transformation. So you see, if you do day 1, clarity, day 2, the consistency in the brand story, that it's going to make it super easy to come up with products. It's going to make it super easy to know who your target client is. So these things are starting to work their way out. That's why we do this. This is the foundations. And of course, we're going to be working on our mindset throughout all of that, because if we're not in the right mindset space, we're not even going to do any of that work. Okay. But what happens is we start doubting ourselves. Okay. We're getting right to the point. I hope you're strapped in and you are ready for today's talk. You're doubting yourself. And what is lack of doubt, or what is doubting yourself? It's coming from a lack of confidence. Confidence. But confidence is this word that we're like, well, okay, but how do I gain more confidence? We gain confidence by having a mission. Guess what? We worked on that on day 1. We got clear about what our mission is. Okay. So by having that clarity, we're building our confidence. By having our brand story and by showing up consistently, we build our confidence. So those two are ingredients to help you build confidence. Guess what? When you work on your mindset, it's going to help you build your confidence. But the biggest thing for your business, the only thing that's stopping you, and we're really gonna like full on workshop style here in a moment. Okay. So stay tuned. The only thing is that confidence is, yes, affecting your ability to create, your ability to not create the 7-figure income. I'll get that out right. But it's based on your belief. Again, coming back to mindset, it's always there, of whether you're worthy enough, which then inspires the actions now, how you're showing up. I hope you know these things. How you're showing up now but also how you're setting up your business. And here we go. The only thing that's stopping you from a 7-figure income right now, this year, is how you have set up your business. And you're like, oh, yeah, but Izzy, isn't that based on my mindset? Yes, of course. Again, we will work on mindset. We're going to work on mindset. We're going to keep working on mindset. Mindset is not one thing that you fix and it stays there. That's something that you have to practice. Okay. Now, yes, in a hypnotherapy session, can I rewire your mind for all of that? Yes, but you still have to listen to the hypnotherapy recording for 21 days. You have to have that consistency. Again, that's just part of a recipe. But what's this one thing, this only thing that you can pivot, you can shift, you can turn it on, and bam. That's how you set up your business. How you have your business set up to scale. Let me explain. Right now, what is it that you offer in your business? What are your products that you offer? Go ahead and tell me. So it's sessions. Is it services? Maybe it's a course. What are you offering in your business? Okay. And I'm going to say some things that you probably already know, but trust me, I'm getting somewhere with this. Again, we're building up. You're exchanging time for money. Time is limited. So if it's one-on-one services, time is limited. So we have to set ourselves up to scale. I recommend having 3 tiers of services. And again, this is where this mindset, CEO mindset, comes into play. These 3 tiers of services, working one-on-one with people, which is most likely what you're doing right now, is a high ticket offer. And you're like, but there's so many people that need, right? This is where us coaches come in. We're like our coach mindset, our healer mindset comes in. We're like, but these people need one-on-one to get the best results. That's BS. That's a belief system. That's an old belief system, old BS. It's not true. Masterminds and groups get amazing results. They do. So a 3-tiered system, highest touch point, middle touch point, low touch point. We have the ability for our clients to get amazing results. Now, what's going to happen is wherever you put your focus of these 3 tiers, okay, is where you're going to spend the most energy. You're like, okay, yeah, that seems logical, right? That seems logical. But if you're putting your focus on your lower tier, you need more people. And we're going to break this down. You need more people in your lower tier to make money. You can make medium amount of money and then you can make high-end money. Okay. And you're like, oh yeah, she's going to go into this whole high ticket offer thing. Yes, I am. But guess what? I'm going to explain it a slightly different way. So if we put our focus at our high tier, okay, then we're putting our focus here and we're trying to attract people here. They want this. They're drooling over this. They're daydreaming about this. They're putting your high ticket offer on their vision board because they want it so bad. Guess what? They're going to buy what they can afford, or what they think they can afford. And so they'll either purchase the lower or they'll purchase the middle, or if they can at that moment, if they have enough belief in themselves that they can make it happen, then they will purchase your high ticket offer. Which one they're purchasing comes down to which one you're promoting. Which one you're promoting, you want to promote their ability to make it happen as much as your ability to make it happen. Those are objections that come up. We can come back to that. So you have a 3-tier system now. If you're focusing, which is what a lot of us coaches do because we don't believe in our self-worth and because we don't know what a high ticket offer looks like because maybe you've never even participated in a high ticket offer. So you don't know what it feels like. This is why it's so important for us coaches to practice what we believe. Now, here's the thing. A lot of us coaches are saying, well, I don't feel comfortable creating this high ticket offer because I've never been in one of those containers. But most likely, as a coach, which is probably why you're here, you have participated in a high end container. You purchased a certification. And through that certification, you went through a transformation process, right? How did that certification go for you? What level of support did you get that made it justifiable for you to pay for that high ticket offer? Was it the certification itself? Possibly, but most coaches go through that program because they want it for themselves too. The certification is just a bonus, and the certification is just a piece of paper. Why you're going through it because it's building your confidence. You're going through it because you feel like you're learning the tools and the systems. You getting me? Those tools and systems can also trickle down and be pieces of what are your other offers. So when you start with your high ticket offer and you focus on it, it allows it to trickle down into the rest. Now, I am a little bit off when I teach. And I say this meaning I go against the grain. When I work with my clients, I decide working with them if they are a person that needs the confidence building because a high ticket offer is not mentally available for them to create at the moment. And sometimes we are just people that have to learn the hard way. So, if you are trying to create a low ticket offer first, and I do this with my clients, like sometimes we create low ticket offers first. And I want them to see how much work and effort goes into creating these low ticket offers. And we can use it. So if you've done this, no worries, because I do this with my clients sometimes. Creating this low ticket offer will allow you to see how time and energy and how you're not using your CEO mindset really hurts you in your business. But regardless, in your business, you must have a product to sell. You must have a product or a service to sell. Okay. Now, let's point out this middle range. Okay. So this middle range, I want you to add, first of all, we're commenting in here, what is your product? How much are you charging for your product? And then here's the big point. How many clients can you possibly take on right now? Are you set up for scaling? And this is probably what you've done to stay safe at that low ticket offer with a course. If you're one of those people, you're like, I can have so many people, but I'm only charging $20 or $30 for my course. Or even if it's only $400 for my course, you're going to put a lot of work in to find those people if you're doing organic marketing. Okay. Now, if you are in this middle range, and this is what I did in the beginning. Do you want to know? Okay. So I was selling a product. So I had my product and it was not freeze dried, but dehydrated fruits and veggies in capsules. Amazing, amazing product. But I felt really cheesy and sleazy selling this product by itself. Just pushing a product didn't feel good for me. So it was recommended to utilize my skills and create a program and have them in the program. And so my thought was, okay, I'm going to create this elaborate program. I'm going to put it to the test, and they're going to pay $80 a month in these supplements. So it's going to be this amazing value because they would never spend $80 in supplements otherwise. They have to have this amazing deal where I'm overcompensating for my imposter syndrome because I don't feel like I'm worthy of this much money. So I'm going to give them a ton of stuff. I was going to work with them, everyone that did this in my program, 8 people for an hour coaching session every week. Plus, I'm going to record all of these recordings and course content and run a 10-day program with them. And I'm going to do all of this. So, okay, now we're talking about 8 hours a week, plus all the lives, plus all the follow-ups, plus the recording, plus the planning, plus the supporting, putting their orders in and everything. So I'm going to work 15 hours a week for the commission that I'm making off of selling the product. The month went by. I got the commission off the product. It was $300. 15 hours a week. Now I just locked myself in for a 3-month program that I'm teaching them. So I signed myself up for 15 hours a week for free for 3 months. Tell me if that's smart. No. Tell me, have you done something like that? I'm telling you all, I am the queen of learning from hard lessons. But I also learned a lot about my clients during that time, and I learned a lot about what not to do. What was it that I thought would have worked really great and they would have got amazing results? What they would have done is this group program. And you know what they were asking for? What they all asked for? Can we have a group call? I want people. I want to talk to people who are also in similar situations as me. I need to make friends and be able to express my pain points of people who are experiencing the same thing as me. So what would have been far more beneficial was to have a program that I got one time, recorded, and had them do it every month for the 3 months, and then had a 1 time a week call where they're all in the call together. That would have been way less time. They would have felt just as supported. And I also should have been charging for that. And then had maybe given them 50% off or something. Never do anything for free. It's always an energy exchange, always an energy exchange. And it needs to match in energy exchange. So if you're going to give your absolute best, which is what I was giving them, okay, where I was meeting individually with each one of them for a week or for 3 months every week. Plus I had a course. Plus I had recordings. I could have also had the mastermind group with them. That would be giving them best. How much value, how much transformation would I be giving them? The price is put on the transformation. Okay. So yes, we need a high ticket offer. Then we break down the high ticket offer into a medium and into a low. So we work backwards so that we're setting ourselves up for the potential income. Now, here's the real kicker. Do you feel that is possible? Why? Because you have not created the space in your schedule and in your mind for this to happen. I can create a high ticket offer, a mid-level to offer, or a low ticket offer. And unless I schedule these things in my calendar and see it laid out and see that it's possible, then I'm not going to show up with the confidence that I can deliver. This is what's stopping you right here. If I want to deliver a high ticket offer that I'm saying we're going to have 3 options, 3 mastermind group options for you to attend each week, you need to believe that's possible, meaning you need to put it in your schedule, see it there, line it out like everything's starting next week. Because if I asked you, I'm going to give you 30 clients that are going to pay you high ticket offers, do you have the capacity at this moment to make that happen? Do you have the capacity to welcome them in, but to also give them high ticket offer value, support, and hold that container for them? I know that you all can deliver. You know that you can get amazing results. But what's blocking you, what's stopping you, is far more than just mindset. It's your ability to put it in your calendar and say, okay, this is what we're doing. I'm committed. Now I'm ready. I have it set up. My container is here. Now I'm going to invite these people in. And you need to have room for 20, 30, 100 people. You need to have the energy to support this container. Your container is what's stopping you. So, if your container is there, then you get to say, okay, what is my container? What does my container allow me to do? Maybe you do want to do one-on-one sessions and you can charge however much you want if that fits in your container. So what's your container? Is your container that you want to work 20 hours a week? Is your container that you're only going to work in the evenings? Is your container weekends only? You need to design your container for your business. How is your business going to function? And then you set up your business, how it's running, how it's functioning, right? We've already set our mission and our vision. We've already got our brand story. But we have to decide, what's going to work within the container, within our capacity. Because I see too many people make this a gigantic list of all these things they want to do, and then they feel like a failure because they can't make it happen. Well, no, because it doesn't fit in your container. And you get to choose what's in your container. You can say, hey, we're going to do a 6-month program. Do it. And then maybe you decide next 6 months, I want to have a different container, or I want to rearrange my container differently. You're never stuck. You get to choose. You get to choose. And the problem is a lot of us, we're not working within our container. And we're also working on old BS, old belief systems of how it has to happen. But if you don't know what your container looks like, how do you know what to put in it? So you're trying to either stuff too much, or you're sitting there going, I don't know. I don't know what to do. And so we never fill it. But we want our container to be big and expansive. And it can feel that way depending on how you design it. It's like a house. Okay. My house can feel really tiny if I fill it up with a lot of crap I don't need. And I'm going to feel like I never have enough space. But if I only have in my house exactly what I need, it's going to feel huge. Then if you're like, I don't have enough stuff to put in it. Neither one of those feel very good. So we have to get intentional and make our container feel at home, to feel just right, right? Like Goldilocks, just right. All right. Not too much, not too little, just right. Is this making sense? I hope this is making sense. So, for example, if I'm going to say that I want my container to allow me to have the lifestyle I want, which is extremely important, and it's extremely important for you, because if it doesn't make me feel good, then I'm going to start showing up with these feelings of, I can't do this, right? Then it's going to affect my mindset. I can't do this. I don't want to do this. Ugh, I don't want to work today. I don't want to show up with that kind of energy. So again, what do I want? How do I want to set up my container? Okay. I want to work 20 hours a week. 20 hours a week. What is 20 hours a week going to look like? How do I want to spend the majority of my time? Well, I like spending the majority of my time working with people. I love being in those groups. So maybe we're going to have an hour and a half session on Tuesdays and Thursdays nights at 9 p.m. And then on Wednesdays, we're going to have an 8 a.m. 1 hour session. And they can show up to all three, or they can show up to one. So each week we'll teach about the same thing. And that allows them to ask questions. It allows them to support each other. It allows them the flexibility of, showing up how they need. Maybe they have a busy week and they can only show up to one. Okay, they're still going to get what they need. And they want to show up to all three. Fantastic. That sounds pretty awesome. Okay, I like how that feels. Do I feel comfortable staying up 9 to 10:30? Ooh, well, I'm kind of already doing that, so that works. Okay. What about 8 a.m.? Yeah, okay, that works for me. Those times feel good. That also gives me the flexibility if I wanted to take a long weekend, a Friday through Monday. Okay, so that gives me a flexibility so I don't feel like I have to cancel and reschedule things. Do you see where I'm going? And then, okay, when am I going to create content? I'm going to give them content. When am I going to create that? Let me schedule the times in my schedule that I'm going to be creating content. How many hours a week do I need to create content? How many hours a week do I need to do my processes and my systems? Do I want to be spending a ton of time on that? Then you start to look at, the things that you don't want to do, but you need to do. How can you begin to set up processes while you're doing them right now to hand them off to someone else? Okay. You get to design your business, every single part of it. You get to do it your way. So even if you're like, I'm going to record a course and then I'm going to recruit people to be in it, if that's what you love to do, then do it. But if you're a coach, you love being with people. Guess what? Even if you start with your middle container, which is a safe place to start, don't start at your lowest level. Start in the mid-level or high level. And if you're in your mid-level, but you've already got your high ticket offer designed, and you want to focus your attention here in the middle, people are going to love being in this group, but maybe they're like, oh, I really wish I had some one-on-one time with her. Okay, well, you could upgrade your package to the high ticket offer. You've already purchased this one. It's just an upgrade. And they see the value. Maybe even give them a couple extra bonuses. Okay, so your container is what's stopping you. The big question is right now, if I were to give you 30 to 100 new clients ready to pay. Do you have the space and the container to welcome them in? If you do not, then there's no way. That's completely stopping you. No matter how good your mindset is, no matter how much you know your clients, no matter how good you are at making decisions, no matter how great your product is, if you are not set up to receive more, then you are not going to receive more. Do you see how this is the only thing that's stopping you? Because all that other stuff will just happen. It'll happen. But you have to be set up to receive them. So today's homework. First of all, how many hours a week do you want to work? Let's start there. Not how much do you think you need to work. You can make it fit. Again, you get to design your container. How many hours a week do you want to work? You will get it all done in that time, but you have to set your parameter. You have to have your boundaries. You have to have your borders. You get to choose. You can then hire out and figure it out. Now, I'm not saying that maybe that first month you might need to work a little more, but you have to design this. You have to design your business, design your container. How many hours do you want to work per week? Let's factor some other things in too, like how many vacations do you want to take a year? When are you going to take vacations? What kind of vacations do you like? Now, we're not going to say, oh, how much money do you want to, a lot of coaches do this. How much money do you want to make per month? Now, the reason they do that is because they want to work within your already set limiting beliefs. I don't want to work within my already set limiting beliefs. You're here because you saw 7-figure income, right? So we're thinking big. Are we still going to be happy if we hit a 6-figure income? Probably, if you're not there yet. Okay. So the point is we're thinking big. We're thinking outside of our current limiting beliefs. We don't want to stay in our comfort zone. You need to stretch a little bit beyond it. That's why you're here. Okay. So you want to work how many hours per week? Write it down in your notebook. But for homework, how many hours a week do you want to work? What are your current products that you're offering? Let's just see what's stopping us right now. What's your current product that you're offering? How much are you charging? How many clients can you currently take on? I don't want to think about break even, but let's do it. How much do you need to break even? Okay. Now, where's my handy dandy calculator? It's my phone. So a 7-figure income, I'm pretty sure this is around 80,000 a month. It's a lot of zeros. Divided by 12 months, you're never going to do exactly this amount every month. You're going to have bigger months and lower months. That's how it typically works. But we'll have a consistency where it's always above a certain line. So yeah, so 83, let's say 84,000 a month. For a lot of people are like, oh my gosh. Okay. But let's look at this. We're going to divide 83,000 a month divided by, let's say, a $5,000 offer. 17 people. 17 people in your group minimum each month. That's a mid-level. That's not even a high ticket offer. You can totally do that. Do you see how, as a business, and you can even have at that point coaches assisting you? You could have, I'm in a program right now where there are 3 lab groups, what they're calling them, and then 1 Q&A session. The host, the owner of the program, only shows up to the 1 Q&A session each week. And he has 3 different coaches running the labs. And he works his business on the side, not on the side, but his main business. And then he has this program running. You have to set up your container. You have to make it possible. You have to make it possible. Possibility is lying in your hands. Okay. Now, if you would like for me to help you, I have a container where it's very similar to the one I was just giving you an example of. On the Tuesdays and Thursday nights and the Wednesday morning, and there's a course involved, and there's recordings involved, and there's bonus sessions and such involved. It's pretty amazing, actually. And it's one with, I guarantee I will do everything in my capacity to get you up and going, to get you in a space where you feel clarity, consistency, and confidence. And you have the container built. It's a 9-month program, 9 months to birth your brilliance. And the way I tell people, a lot of people want these like instant results. Now, if you've already got an established business, we can work pretty quickly to scale it even bigger. But if you are earlier on in your business and you get to be with people that are already at different stages, it's kind of beautiful. We all learn from each other. But if you are in your business and you're not really quite sure what to do next, you're being blocked, we work on mindset. Okay, we work on all those things, but let's look at it from a human perspective. It takes 9 months to make a human, okay, from nothing to a baby being born. And then the baby still has to learn how to move their arms and limbs. They still have to learn how to crawl and then walk. And they're brilliant and they're learning. So this is why I say, like, your business is your baby. We've heard this. And you might have already put in that first 9 months. And now you're in your second 9 months, where that first year of life, where you're really learning how to experiment and move, and you're learning how to crawl, and you're learning how to walk, and you're learning how to talk. So this container is adaptable for each stage, but being in a container is going to help you accelerate the process. Okay. Now you get to accelerate the process because, for one, accountability in itself. I think we all know that, right? When we have the accountability, because at some point you're going to start doubting yourself, or you're going to have that ability. And maybe you've done this before in your business. It's rode the roller coaster ride where you're like going really strong, and then you're like, nothing's working. And then you come back down and you stop for a little bit. And you're like, I'm going to do it this time, right? So by having that accountability alone, it's going to help. Having the accountability of a container filled with people who are optimistic and motivated and are there to help people is really powerful. Yes. But also, you're getting this container with someone, and I will be at every session, someone who has gone through business school, someone who has failed numerous times, someone who has had the success, someone who has gone through the mindset shifts, someone who is at a different level than you, that thinks a different way than you, that knows more possibilities than you even know exist. That would be like a baby trying to raise itself. Or maybe a baby being raised by wolves, right? Like we've heard those stories. Because a baby trying to grow by itself just wouldn't happen. But a baby being grown, like for me, I was raised by teenage parents. I had to go outside of my bubble, my comfort zone to grow. Or I would stay in that. Escaping family karma. Who wants to do that? We have to go outside the comfort zone. And so by being in a container, you accelerate. We make those struggles a lot smaller, because I'm not going to say there's no struggles. We make those struggles a lot smaller and we jump over them a lot faster. Okay. So by being in a container, you're in a container filled with optimism, filled with support. So it's not just accountability, but it's high level accountability. Then you're also getting all of these resources. You're training your brain to think in a different way, in a new way. You're allowing yourself to see more possibilities than you would have seen by yourself. It's like Pinterest, right? Perfect example. I was trying to organize my home and design my home for the longest time. And it just wasn't quite what I wanted, but I didn't know what I didn't know. And then I got on Pinterest, right? And you're on there for hours and days of hours. And you're scrolling through all these pictures and you're like, mind's being blown because you're like, oh my gosh, I want to create that. Oh my gosh, wow, wow, wow. And then you've got these new images in your head and you're just like, oh my gosh, I could do this and I could do that. And like the explosion of possibilities is going off in your mind. And suddenly you're doing things in your home and you just got all this different stuff going on, all this new possibilities. It's like that. Except it would be like going through Pinterest with a personal designer. Perfect example. So think about it. And I want you to think about it, but don't think too long. Why? Because CEOs make decisions fast. And to help you make that decision fast, I have some fast action bonuses. Fast action bonuses. So if you sign up by Saturday, by Saturday evening to be in this container, I am going to give you, you're ready, a free hypnotherapy session. Not a group call. I'm going to give you a free hypnotherapy session. Why? Because I know that will make a huge difference. I will also give you payment plan options to make it fit into your budget. Now, there are pay in full bonuses where you get, you ready? That 2-hour session for your high ticket offer, which is also something you can win, just that by itself. Okay. You can win that 2-hour high ticket offer crafting session. You will get that for free when you pay in full. You will also get a branding package, $1 million branding package, where whatever your course is that you're creating, whether we're doing the create a product by next month, which you get with the program, or if we're doing it for your high ticket offer, I am going to help you brand that. We're going to create the social media graphics that are branded. We're going to create your sales page, Facebook graphics that are branded. We are going to create your workbook that is branded. You're going to get a full branding session. Okay. Those two things alone are worth $7,000. Just those two things. Okay. You heard the baby cry. I don't know if you heard that. She's a little fussy. I'm doing all of this with a 3-month-old and working with corporate clients. So how much time commitment will it take from you to put in here? Well, as I mentioned before, I'm going to have 3 open sessions, group sessions during the week. Sometimes a bunch of people show up and sometimes a few people show up and you get more one-on-one time. And you can navigate that. You can choose to show up to all 3 sessions. You can choose to show up to 1 session. Now, you're also going to get with your package 4 one-on-one sessions with me. 4 one-on-one sessions just with me to talk about your business. Also, if you have your fast action, so if you plan on signing up by Saturday this week, I will have a free strategy call with you before we get started. Okay, so it's a bonus strategy session where we're going to map out what needs to happen in your business. We're going to look at, what does your container look like? What is your passion? Are you in alignment? And then we will also set up, again, fast action bonus, your hypnotherapy. Now, a lot of times when I do hypnotherapy with my one-on-one clients outside of this container, I will offer them a planning session and then the hypnotherapy session. And when I put them in these groups and I work with people, I tend to just make it one big, long session. Okay. So it's going to be about 2 hours where we're going to do it all in one chunk. Okay. To make the most and get the most. We do it all in one chunk. We're going to plan out, what do we want life to look like? We wave our magic wand and we have this an infinite possibility, this abundant life, anything we want. How is our relationship with money? We're going to fix a problem with money, our mindset with money. So we're going to talk about that for about 45 minutes to an hour. And then we're going to have a session, a hypnotherapy session, where we do regression. We go back, we look at where you got these limiting beliefs. We look at where you got these limiting beliefs, and then we're going to fix that. We're going to heal that. And then we're going to rewire the mind. This is the part that we record just at the end of all the things we want your mind to do now. We're telling it what to do. We're going to record that, and then you're going to get a recording. You're going to listen to it for 21 days. And you're going to listen to that for 21 days while we're working through this 9-month program. Okay. And in this 9-month program, we're going to focus. We've got 3 quarters, 3 business quarters. Okay. So within each one of these 3 quarters, we've got 12 weeks, 12 weeks, and 12 weeks. We've got 3 phases. We're making sure that we have all the foundations down. Okay. We're getting everything set up and we're starting to play with having clients. Then we're going to take everything that we just did here and here, and we're going to optimize it, and we're going to shift it. We're going to adjust it. And that's where we're launching. Okay. Now, again, the pay in full, you also get the full. Now we will talk about your high ticket offer, and we'll do it together in this group. But if you do the pay in full, you get a full one-on-one session, 2 hours, plus you get that branding package. It's pretty awesome. Now, what all are we going to learn? What all are we going to learn in this 9 months? I got a little card up here. Okay. So we're going to do sales and closing, right? Everyone struggles with that. We're going to do our branding, our messaging. We're going to do our lifestyle, energy, mindset. We're going to have meditations and visualizations to keep our mindset going. We're going to talk about how to create a funnel. I'm going to show you how to create a webinar. I'm going to show you how to automize everything, but I'm also going to show you how to do the live launching method as well, so that you have your two options. And I'm going to show you how to make that work even better. We're also going to talk about how to do social media, and I have a beautiful little recipe that makes that super easy after you've already done homework 1, your vision and mission statement. After you've got your brand story, which we will make sure that we work on all of these things too. Your branding story, maybe your couple different stories, all that messaging, it's going to make everything easier. We're going to create a product. We're going to create our freebies. We're going to create our high ticket offer. We're going to design our 3 tiers. Okay. How are you not going to succeed? How are you not going to succeed? Because what I found is these other programs, like the mindset component and the lifestyle component, is to help keep your energy up so that you don't burn out. But we're also going to design your container, and we're going to design your schedule. And I'm going to show you how to do quarterly planning and time blocking so that you can make sure you get all this done, and you can get it done in a space that feels good. Not this draining, oh my gosh, why am I doing this feeling, right? Who's gone through a program and halfway through, maybe not even halfway through, and you're just like, why am I doing this? Why did I sign up for this? You must be committed, because that thought will come up just naturally. And then that's where we're going to do some mindset coaching. And that's where we're going to look at your lifestyle, and we're going to make sure that you're taking care of you. I tell my clients all the time, are you meditating? Are you doing your prayer or devotional? Are you doing your yoga? How are you eating? Because I'm also a coach on that stuff too. And so we're going to have all the support that ensures that you get through this program, that you don't give up. Okay. And then if your fear is worrying about how are you going to pay for this, then you need to get with me before Saturday so that we can get you on a payment plan. Only the fast action takers are getting on that payment plan. After Saturday, the payment plan goes away and it's only pay in full, or maybe I'll do a payment of 3 payments. Okay. But if you want to make this affordable for yourself, then you're going to sign up by Saturday. But at this point, money shouldn't even be an issue. Money should not be a worry. Because if you're committed and you see everything that we're putting into this, you see my commitment to you is to get you making money as fast as possible. But this does take you to show up and be committed to showing up, to taking the advice, to doing the work. And again, that's why we're going to have that strategy session, that mapping session at first. We're going to schedule that hypnotherapy session. We're going to get that done. We're going to get that done right off the bat. And then we're going to be moving through all of this. So that way you have less resistance, less obstacles, and excuses aren't going to show up, or at least the excuses won't have power over you to make you stop. Now, worries, what if something comes up? We'll put you on pause and you can pick up through the program. You're not going to miss any of the program. Okay. I'm not going to let that happen. Now, if you just stop showing up because you're being lazy, that's different. But if you have an extenuating life circumstance where you cannot show up to the meetings, we will talk. Okay. I am here for your success. I love really great testimonials. I don't know about you. I love great testimonials. And even, Jenny will tell you, like, I'm there. I'm there. Heather will tell you, I'm there. I will do a one-on-one. I'll pop on a one-on-one if we really have to. Because your success is my success. We're in this together. All right. So if you are ready, let's go ahead and get your first strategy call booked. Okay. At the end of that strategy call, we will set up whatever we need to set up. Okay. But you need to make sure that you get with me, and I'm going to post my link to set up that call. And if you can't find a time on the schedule, message me or post a comment below and I will get with you. Okay. Just make sure I'm tagged. And let me see. So it's really easy. It's calendly.com/Izzy Nally. And you will see two links. One will say millionaire strategy call, and the other one will say therapy consultation. Those are two calls that are on there. Now you can book one or the other, but you're not going to need that one or the other unless you got something else going on. You just need to book your millionaire strategy call. It's going to ask you some questions, and it's going to book you a Zoom link so that you know what to expect. And then we'll get on a call, and it'll be just like this. And it's going to be great. And we're going to have an amazing 9 months together. Okay. We're going to have an amazing 9 months together. And I cannot wait. Cannot wait. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to have so much fun and so much success. You're going to be crying tears of joy at all of the success and all of the obstacles that you're going to overcome. And we're going to make it feel easy, and we're going to make it feel good. All right. Now, aside from that, tomorrow, show up, because tomorrow we're talking about money mindset. Don't want to miss that. All right. And thank you for joining me. I'm Izzy Nally, and I will see you tomorrow. Oh.